Details, details. Check my level. That's my level.
Okay, yeah, that's probably about it.
Okay.
Maybe down just a hair. Yeah, there.
How's that?
Yep. You're almost through.
Yeah.
Down. There you go. First step.
What size is this? 5/8?
Should be a 5/8, yeah.
And then this is something else. 41/64.
So that was the appropriate size for a tap
Yes.
on something or other that I was doing.
How's that level?
Yes. A little bit up, There you go.
Okay. And then we get nice one. Nice thing is that this one has flats on it, so it won't spin in the drill. Yeah. Okay.
Up just a bit. There you go.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Reset yourself, and you gotta actually. You got a chip in there that's going to want to grab, so.
Yeah. How's my level?
Up a little bit. There you go.
Ow.
Since we're not going to use these vacuum disconnects, just delete the fitting, which means it's not in our way anymore.
Well, it's not really in the way anyway, but we'll probably just weld a hole in there to keep water from getting in. Weld up the hole. Yep.
Yep.
And so that hole goes all the way. You can actually see the boss right in through here.
And it comes out.
And it comes out. There's a hole right there. A little blip out of that one. There.
Clean metal is so much nicer to work with.
Yeah. Ugh. This one's gonna be a pain. It's confined space. It's kind of hard to do right, but
I mean, that's definitely as best you can.
yeah.
This might be one of those conversations of, if you wanted to, we could pull out the arc welder cable.
Well, I'm no good with an arc welder.
But then, yeah, you have to learn learn arc welding. So
yeah. Well, it ain't pretty, and that's hot, even with a glove.
that's functional.
Yeah.
And the last few inches of that, anyway, on the upper side, if you wanted to, you can get to a little bit better.
Well, I want to stay away from that really thin spot down in there,
Yeah,
where the sleeve's going to go through.
over on the other side of the plate.
What do you mean?
So, from my perspective, left side, right side. Your last little bit there on the right side of the plate. No, other side. You've got more access to the end there.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I see what you mean. Okay, one down.
One down. Get that cool.
Yeah, keep the plastic bag away from the hot metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that segment looked a lot better.
Yeah. But that's basically everything,
Bottom.
except the bottom. Details, details.
So we've got a break in the noise from the thunder.
Yeah. Yeah, being in a big barn with a tin roof during a hailstorm is really kind of an adventure. But yeah, so we've got these. These are still a little warm, welded up. We've drilled out, we've put the bolt through and got the sleeve that's going to help locate this portion. We did use these, the existing heim joints that are going to go in, and we use those to space this correctly so we have just enough room for the heims to fit in correctly, and then welded it all up. And now we're just sliding it over the sleeve and putting it right here in place, ready to go, ready to weld.
Yep. And so probably next up, just tack it in place, right?
Yeah. And that's not going to move. So, object lesson in why you tack things together first before you finish weld them. This is the first one we did. We tacked it in just a couple of places just to keep it from moving, and you know it looks okay. But then you come over here and look at this one, and you notice in here it's sitting much closer to the original steering arm. It's sitting a little lower here on this, and that is sitting a little further out. What we really want these to basically match each other, and We like this one better, and so we're going to tack this one into place. We're going to break the tacks on this one and maybe loosen the bolt a little bit and see if we can get the get that bracket to sit a little more flush like this one. Just enough tack to hold it.
Just in case we end up having to move this one.
Right. So we got the tack welds cut off. We got the bracket removed from this one. It was a little harder to see from the other side, but it's easier to see from this side. This one had not seated fully, and so the gap here was quite a bit longer, and it sat a little bit high. And a tip for anybody building these, don't tighten down the bolt before you get this bracket set in place. Get the bolt in and just maneuver the whole thing in, and then once you're happy with the placement, throw a couple of tacks on it, and then you can tighten the bolt. And so we've got them lined up. That you can see they're both very close here to the profile of the knuckle that we're going to weld to. And so we're at this point we're basically happy with the way these are going to go together.
A little bit of contamination, but actually
not much.
Not too bad.
That's a little better.
Try turning up the voltage a little bit for you. And
Well,
so that's the bottom button. So the other one. So move to that one, and then to the right a little bit, and give you no, the other way. Okay, so yeah, that gives you a little bit more.
Okay.
Should help it flatten out.
Okay.
Whoops.
It's ugly.
We're getting into the area we didn't prep, so we're starting to see more contamination as well.
Yeah. Okay, well. So what's next? Sleeve?
Yeah, I mean, where you could do either side or.
So some of the gunk on the inside is cooking off.
Yep.
That wasn't so bad. Don't rest your hand on a hot knuckle. You got to think that relief cut is intentionally left open.
Okay.
I did sort of take your advice on this one. I came at it from the more open and easier to get to side. So, well, it looks a little bit better. A little bit of contamination. Oh well. Yeah. Well, it's enough to hold. It's actually not terrible looking. It's,
No. I mean, it's...
I've done worse.
And yeah, the joke is, you know, it's enough to hold. It's only your steering.
Well, and the thing is, this isn't necessarily a structural. Well, it sort of is.
It is sort of, yeah.
But the main structure comes from the outside.
Yep.
So. Still contamination. I don't know what's contaminating it. Thought we cleaned this.
You may want to clean your nozzle.
Yeah. Hard to see what you're doing in there.